When you look at these two, man, you think to yourself, oh, they look like a good, happy family. When they're really not a great, happy family, though. There was a video that I saw last night. Um, I think it's called Death by Design, but it's like a 2-year-old video. It came out 2 years ago, and somebody was interviewing Cyrax's aunt. And Cyrax's aunt is really pretty much disgusted by Cyrax's action. She even said she saw him on camera flashing his little winky on cam. She also said she went over there and put Cyrax in his place, everything like that. So she's pretty much against Cyrax's action too, though. But she also said that, oh, well, Sally can't put him out because he's disabled. Yes, she can put Cyrax out. Now, this is what she said 2 years ago. She said that she can't put Cyrax out in the street, saying that Cyrax is disabled and she can go to jail for that. No, she can't go to jail for that. Look at Daniel Larson. Daniel Larson is not mentally all up there, or he's mentally handicapped in the mind, whatever like that. They still put him out. They still locked him up in jail. I don't know how the law is down there in Ohio, but they didn't play with Daniel Larson. Because let me tell you something. In the police's eyes, they don't care. In the law and the police's eyes, they don't care if you're mentally handicapped or you're mentally handicapped in the mind. It does not matter, okay? It doesn't matter. They'll still lock your butt up in jail if you go around committing crimes. In the law's eyes, I even seen people that's in wheelchairs go to jail. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It does not matter. If you're in a wheelchair and you go out there committing crimes, what? You think the police gonna sit there and say, oh, well, we can't take this person to jail because they're handicapped and they just in a wheelchair. If you're in a wheelchair and you're out there breaking laws and committing crimes, your ass is going to jail. It doesn't matter whether you're handicapped in the mind or not. You're going to jail if you're going around committing crimes. Okay? That does not matter. Just like that black police officer a few years ago when he was at Cyrax's house. That black police officer wanted to arrest Cyrax because I could just look at him and tell. He wanted to take Cyrax down. Cyrax sitting there showing his chain, talking about saying, you see this chain right here around my neck? That police officer said, man, I don't care about that chain, man. I don't care about that chain. You're 30-something years old. You know right from wrong. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So in the police eyes, man, no, man. They'll take your butt to jail, bro. They don't care. And Cyrax, you got a taste of that, remember? Remember you got handcuffed in your own house and you went to jail for the night or whatever like that? So, yeah, Cyrax Hunt is wrong for that. She's definitely wrong talking about saying Sally can't put him out because he's mentally handicapped and this and that. I don't know, man. I don't know what rock she came up under, though, man. But if you seen that video of him going to jail, you see that. It doesn't matter if he's going, it does not matter into the cop's eyes. You break a law or you commit a crime, your ass is going to jail. Cyrax, of all people, should know that. So I don't know what Cyrax talking about. She can't put him out. Yes, she can put him out. She can go down there and take evictions paper out on him. It is her place. She is. It's the house. Her name is on the leash, so she has every right to go downtown, down in Ohio, take out eviction paper out on Cyrax. What are they gonna do? They're gonna lock her up. What are they gonna do? They're gonna lock Sally up in jail. I'm just saying if Sally decided to go through with this, because Cyrax's aunt ain't really making sense. If she goes down there, Sally goes down there and take out eviction paper on Cyrax, what are they gonna do? They're gonna lock her up in jail, saying, "Ma'am, that's against the law. You can't put a mentally handicapped person out the house." Yes, she can do that if she do it by the book. Cyrax knows right from wrong, man. Like, Cyrax may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but Cyrax's social skills is not that bad. I mean, he can talk junk. He understands. He knows what he's doing. Although Cyrax will try to sit there and try to pretend like he don't know right from wrong. He's got a mind of a child and stuck in a man's body. We all know that about Cyrax. But Cyrax made a video and he was talking about his aunt, talking about saying that, if you don't stop talking about me and my family, we're gonna have you up for defamation, this and that. Well, what the police gonna do, Cyrax? They're gonna go knock on her door and tell her to leave you alone or something like that? Cops got better things to do than sit there and worried about somebody saying stuff about you on the internet, as long as it's not no death threats. And you wonder why the police don't take y'all seriously. Why you think the police and them don't take y'all serious no more, man? Because they know, man. They know. They know. They done been at your house like over 100 times, Cyrax. I mean, I was surprised they don't take you in jail, man. The many time them police has been over there, I'm surprised they don't ever take y'all to jail, man. I don't know what's going on with them Ohio cops. I have no idea, bro. The landlord keeps putting up with it and stuff like that. I think Sally, what she does is tell the landlord that Cyrax is like mentally handicapped and he's not really all upstairs and this and that. Like, Cyrax is not mentally handicapped in the mind. Not in the mind, though, because like I said, when you see Cyrax talk trash in his videos, like I said, Cyrax's social skills is not that bad. Like, it's not all that bad. He can communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? He can communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? So, he might have his body might be disabled, but as far as his mind goes, he what I'm saying, he can easily communicate with people. Although Cyrax is a sucker, he's definitely a sucker. He let people fool him and make a fool out of him. Like when they sent that glitter bomb at your house. I mean, I can't believe you really thought somebody was gonna send you $1,400 or $1,500 through mail. Like, really, Cyrax? Ain't nobody gonna send you that kind of money, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go out and go make your own money, man. It's ridiculous though, man. And you know what? Cyrax's aunt, she said in the interview 2 years ago, she said that she went over there and put Cyrax in his place. So if Cyrax's aunt feels that way, which that's supposed to be, she's supposed to be on the side of Sally's family. So just imagine if Cyrax's aunt feels that way. Just imagine whoever's left in Sally's family feels that way too. They probably feel that exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. You know what I'm saying? And Sally, it's gonna get to that point in time that you're gonna have to draw that line. Now, when I was looking at the interview, they were saying they asked Sally's aunt like why Ed doesn't beat the mess out of Cyrax. And they said Ed had surgery on his knees or he had surgery on his back. I don't know, saying so he had surgery, so that's why he hasn't done anything, something like that. And we all know Ed wants to tear Cyrax apart. And I've been saying this for a minute. If I was Ed and I was staying in that house and I was dealing with Cyrax disrespecting me like that, and again, I don't know if Ed has any kids or not, because at his age, Ed should have grandkids right now. And I don't know if Ed has a good or a bad relationship with his family. I don't know that. But if he has a good relationship with his family and he's got some sons or some grandkids, I would call him on the phone and let them know, like, hey, come over here and beat this goblin up, man. This goblin over here disrespecting me. He got up in my face. He shoved me up, man. I'm not lying. If I was as old as Ed was and I had some grandkids or some kids, I would definitely be getting on my phone, calling them to tell them to come over here and whoop this goblin's ass. Whoop his ass, man. This guy put his hands on me. I can't fight him because, I'm too old to be fighting. I'm just saying if I was the same age as Ed was, that's exactly what I'd be saying. I wouldn't be making up lies. And the proof is in the videos, how Cyrax be talking to Ed. The proof is in the video, so Ed got no reason to lie. He's got absolutely no reason to sit there and lie and saying Cyrax is doing this when he really is. But that's the only reason why Cyrax is getting away with the things he's getting away with, though, man, because Sally doesn't have, Sally doesn't. I don't know if Sally have any sons. I don't know if she have any sons or grandkids. I mean, for a woman, because Sally's like in her 60s, but I don't know. I don't know if Sally has any kids or not though. But you would think her kids or her grandkids would probably come over there and set Cyrax straight and tell him like, hey, you need to cut this mess out, man. Cut it out. Because if Sally's got grandkids, I'm just saying if she has grandkids and Sally's 60, yeah, her grandkids should be like they should be like in their 20s, early 20s or teenagers or whatever like that. But I don't know if Sally have any grandkids or have any older sons, biological older sons, because she most likely she don't have them. And if she does have them, they probably don't even care. They probably don't told Sally. I mean, if anybody can tell me if Sally has any sons or not, leave a comment, let me know. But I don't think she have any sons though. And if she does have sons, they probably don't even care. Sally probably stopped communicating with them thanks to Cyrax probably. So I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I know if that was I know if I was putting my grandmother through that, man, my uncles and my cousins, if I was putting my grandmother, if I was putting my grandparents through hell, like how Cyrax is doing to his parents, number one, my uncles would have got involved in it. They would have skinned me alive. My cousins, my brothers and sisters, they would have been disgusted by my actions. So they would have skinned me alive. They would have skinned me alive, like real talk. They would have skinned me alive because it would have been unacceptable for my behavior. I'm being on the internet and I'm challenging people to come over and people throwing eggs and people stealing stuff off my grandmother's property. They're busting out her windows, her vehicles and stuff like that. And it's all because of my mess. So if I was putting my family through that, my family would actually be mad with me. They would pretty much disown me. They would disown me. They would not have nothing to do with me. They'll put me in my place, have a talk with me, most likely be fighting. We'll be fighting most likely. And Cyrax, you got to be counting. You better be counting you better be counting your lucky stars that you don't have a family that will come over at your house and beat you up, bro. Because anybody that put their own family through what you did, bro, you done got your ass beat by now, bro. Mentally handicapped or disabled or not, doesn't matter. You got your ass beat, bro. It wouldn't have been no talking. So evidently, I don't think Cyrax go through with that in his family. He doesn't. He doesn't go through with it. If Cyrax had brothers and uncles and cousins that would go there and beat the living devil out of him, I think he'll settle down for a while. I think he would. He would behave himself. But as of right now, he's hard-headed. He don't want to listen. He hard-headed. He don't want to listen. He ain't making no money. Every time you get on the internet, you make the situation more worse. Because I've said it over and over again. If you really give a damn about Sally and Ed and them, you would just stay off the internet and stop provoking these people. Stop provoking them. You're not making no money off of this. You see that yourself. You're getting $0 out of this. You're making $0 out of this, Cyrax. So what are you getting by coming on the internet and just talking junk? Just talking junk. Running your mouth. Your business is already out there. I mean, your personal life, people don't make documentary videos about you. Marty done beat you up. Alex came on your property, knocked you out. You went to jail. People came on your property using drones, dropping paint on top of your house. I mean, how much more can you take, man? I mean, somebody that goes through that, man, they would done quit the internet. They say, you know what? I'm still out the internet, man, because this is something I can't win. And you keep crying, you keep crying to the police like the police is going to do something. There's nothing that the police can do about this. The police look at this as a joke. I'm gonna tell you when the police is going to really do something. When somebody severely gets hurt. When somebody severely gets hurt, I don't know whether it be Sally, Ed, or Cyrax. When somebody severely gets hurt, that's when the Ohio police is going to probably take it serious. And let me tell you something, Cyrax. If something was to happen to Sally or Ed and they were to get hurt, guess who they're going to be? Guess who the fingers are going to be pointing at? You, buddy. You. They're going to be pointing at you. Because just imagine if something happened to Sally and Ed. And yes, they're going to bring you in for questioning, and they're going to be interrogating you, and they're going to be pointing the fingers at you. Because they're going to be looking at all these videos. If the prosecutors and all of them, they're going to be looking at all these YouTube videos, including on Rumble. When they look at all them videos, all the fingers pointing is going to be directly towards you, Cyrax. Oh yeah, it's going to be your fault. Whether they decide to charge you for instigating these kind of things, because Cyrax is going to sit there and try to play victim, and the police is going to sit there and say, like, you had plenty of opportunities to stay off the internet and let this blow over. Now somebody is hurt now. Now Sally is hurt or Ed is hurt. Somebody really physically got injured now, and you are the cause of it. Although they're going to be looking for the suspect, whatever the issue may be, but still, whatever happens, happens. But all the finger pointing is going to be right directly towards you, Cyrax. And that's when it's going to eat him alive. It's going to eat him alive. But you know what Cyrax is going to do? The minute he gets home, he going to get on that internet and he going to blame everybody else. It's y'all's fault that Sally is in the hospital. It's y'all's fault. She has a stroke. He's going to be blaming it all on everybody on the internet. He ain't got nobody able to blame himself. Like, he said he wanted his life back. Cyrax says, I want my life back and this and that. No one is in control of your life, Cyrax. The only person that controls your life is you. You see the music stuff is not working. You see you're making zero money when it comes to the music, Cyrax. So why don't you just find something else to do? Anybody with a brain would have been like, okay, maybe the music thing's not working for me. When I first started on YouTube, I started off talking about wrestling, but the wrestling stuff just wasn't clicking with me. So I had to change up. I had to talk about something different. I started talking about Dragon Ball Z, and I started talking about anime, which that worked for a good while. And then I switched up and I started talking about what's going on in the news and stuff like that. Sometimes, Cyrax, you have to switch up. When something is not working, as a YouTube content creator, because I've been on YouTube a whole lot longer than I've been on YouTube way longer than you have. But as a YouTube content creator, if something doesn't work, you have to try something different. Now, if I was in your shoes, Cyrax, now you can still do something else, like make other content, but you can't let people know who you are. You can't talk in your videos. I mean, there's other ways you can do. Why don't you just make gaming videos? But when you create your account, you cannot let nobody know who you are. It better not say Chant Wilkins. It better not say Cyrax. You just need to make a video where you can still make gaming videos, but it has to be a completely different account that no one knows who you are. You have to be that way, but you can't talk and let people know who you are. Because once they hear your voice, oh, that's Cyrax. Yo, we found Cyrax. All the trolls are going to come right up there and follow you, and they're going to find you. So you're better off just doing something different, Cyrax. I'm just saying if I was in your shoes, I would just quit this music stuff and just find a different content to do. But you can't talk and let people know who you are. But you know, Cyrax is not going to go quiet long. We all know that. He's not going to stay under the radar. He's not going to keep his mouth shut. He feel like he's just got to say something, and that's his problem. He don't know when he don't know how to stay under the radar. He don't know how to do that. He feel like he's got to be seen. Like people got to want to hear you. No one wants to hear what you have to say anymore, Cyrax. People just sit there and just laugh at you. They laugh at you every time you speak and make a fool out of yourself. So that's all I want to say about this goblin, though, man. It's just, I don't know, man. Just a messed up situation, though. Cyrax, you really should be ashamed of yourself putting Sally and Ed in your mess, man. Like he really should be ashamed of himself, but he has no shame or none of that. And the only thing gonna break Cyrax is time in jail or someone just beat him up. And I mean beat him up worse than Marty did, worse than Alex did. You know, 'cause that's the only way that's gonna put some sense in him, put some sense into his whatever little brain that's inside his head, put some sense into his head, put some common sense into his head. You know what I'm saying? But even that probably won't even work though. I don't know, people. Anyway, y'all, peace.